Greetings, Star Trek Fleet Commanders. I am the Angry Rhino. So, big day. A lot of stuff to do, so try to make this quick. Doesn't really mean too much for me. This is going to be my grading video for the final part of Star Trek Picard, second month. Let me click all these random dumb things as I'm trying to talk. As I do usually start with the officers. They're usually a big ticket thing for me during a month. And for most people, I guess. Features probably in there too. So let's go with, oh shoot, I didn't even have the window all the way open. Oh well. Dixon Hill, I know a lot of people aren't going to like that he's a mining officer, but at the same time, it added mining speed to what do we call it? Do we call it lower deck ability or below deck? Lower deck ability. Because it was, Star Trek Lower Decks. The one that was missing was mining speed. So I'm not that upset about it. I like it. And I like that they did an event centered around him kind of being a detective with the trivia question like thing. And at the end of the whole process, you got the officer. Yes, he's a mining officer. We hate mining. Okay. Yeah, we don't like it. It's necessary. And it's nice. We got the officer. So that's fantastic. The other two epics. You had Admiral Picard. I'm going to call him Admiral Picard. I'm not going to call him Picard because that's stupid. And I'm going to say Captain Riker and Worf the White. He had that white beard going. Looked pretty good though, I thought. Of course, coming from a guy with a little bit of white in his beard. They're essentially carbon copies of Admiral Picard, the Worf the White, and Captain Riker, except Captain Riker, his captain ability puts burning on your opponent, and the officer ability increases damage against a battleship. And Worf is there for interceptors. Captain ability puts on hull breach. Officer ability increases damage against interceptors. They're very niche. And with with strike teams. Yes, Battleship Strike Team being one of them. I don't see that much use for. If the strike teams didn't exist, I could see it. But they do exist. So, don't see a lot of use for these officers. Do like the look, but looks aren't everything. New fleet commander this month, and I'll roll this person into the officers. Fleet commander, 7 of 9. Cool story, bro. I don't really care about your fleet commanders. I'm not happy with the sourcing for me, Spock. Maybe for you, it's Kirk because you got the other one for free. Not even halfway to Spock. So, what do I care? Let's go in there and check them out. Completely paid mechanic, which is fine. But when you release that, I say, cool. Because I'm not going to buy it. I don't even know if it works properly. And we'll get to that. New release is not working properly. That was a theme this month, so I've heard. See, not even halfway to Spock. So, I don't really care that you came out with a new fleet commander. What do we call this dumb building? Like, I'm only at 27. I can go to 29. Cool. I don't want to flip-flopping them in and out all the time. That sounds exhausting, especially since there's a cooldown. Alright, on to the missions. Usually I don't say a lot about missions, mostly because I'm just going around and doing them and clicking as fast as possible. But as far as I noticed this month, I didn't see a lot of free Borg tokens given out, if any. It's possible I missed them. It really is possible that I missed it. But I don't like missions that make you use a token. Because how are you going to get use out of that token? You can technically get use out of that token, but if you're telling me to go in a 33 Borg system, I'm not getting use out of that token. Take me 2 hours to fill my cargo. Like, I'm not doing that. That's ridiculous. So, if you're grinding higher probes, you don't want to do it because it's just going to take so long to get out of there. Assuming you're going to get something out of your token instead of just the mission. And if you can't hit the 33s, it's the same problem. You're going to go to the system. If you're lucky, you'll kill a few. But you're not going to get your daily allotment from that token. So, you may just go in there for a mission. Waste a token for a mission. Really? Kiss my ass. Events. I think for the most part, they seemed kind of light to me. Like there wasn't as many events as there usually is, especially during the week, which I don't necessarily have a problem with, as long as the rewards are there. Which I'm, maybe. There were a lot of Armada events, and yes, we do like Armadas. Sometimes they went together, but since you have solos and you have groups, you have exchange, you have Cardassian. Hey, I said it right that time. The crews aren't always the same. You have to change out your crews. You have to go to different spaces. It can be kind of annoying. It's okay when they kind of line up together and you can do one or two of the events with the one Armada. So, but when they brought out the upgrade for Apex, man, Thursdays was busy. Still is. Today's a Thursday. Lots of people in that one system where the 40s spawn. Because they didn't bring the stupid other systems out until later. Okay. And I don't even do much for the event because, like, I don't care about the dumb skin. Oh, 30% off on my Stellar Particle researches. Cool. Gee, thanks, dickheads. Way to be 3 years late with something. It's like, I'm not going to go after this stupid skin. Just not going to do it. I've blown through so many Stellar Particles. It's like, I'm done. I don't care about your dumb skin no more. You should have had it out 2 years ago. So, nah. But, I don't know, I think events were alright. Maybe. Feature. This is what I'm going to talk about with the broken stuff coming out. I did not test this personally. I do not have the Titan. I do not plan on getting one anytime soon. I'm not going to waste my Borg credits, or they don't call them Borg credits. You're probably thinking of like Vidar and pro grinding stuff. What do we call these things? Tapping on the thing. X-Borg credits. That's right. X-Borgs. Whatever. As you can see, 120 for one blueprint. You can get one blueprint a day. So it is nice that there is sourcing, except I like a lot of these researchers. I like too many of these researchers to go and spend some of these on some dumb shit I don't like. It's another support ship. I got 2 of them already. Does there really have to be another one? And we got the Mantis, which is a D-support ship. Sure. We need another one? Do we really need another one? No, we don't need another one. You literally could just upgrade the ones we have already. No, you want to make a new thing so you can trick people into buying it. I mean, that's all it is. I mean, there's no point. Oh, it buffs all your alliance. All right, I don't care. Oh, yeah, here you go, alliance. Here's a few damage points. Oh, gee, thanks. Because if they don't have the Titan, then they're not getting the Titan research credits, and therefore they're not doing the Titan research. So you're buffing them to what? A few more damage points. Cool, thanks. Screw you. And on to the research shit. You know what else they brought out? New researchers for the Cerrito. Guess what they cost? Titan research credits. Not Cerrito research credits. Titan research credits. Kiss my ass. That's bullshit. What's the point now? What's the point of the Cerrito refinery now? The officer pools are complete garbage. The only reason you're doing it is for what? Maybe tear up your Cerrito? Maybe. But who really cares? You get to a certain point and it's like, God, how many stupid Cerrito particles or whatever the hell they're called do you need to upgrade the dumb ship? Okay. Then how many uncommon explorer parts and uncommon gas 4-star do you need? Like, I don't want to waste that crap on a stupid Cerrito. It's nice and all, but how much of my good resources do I want to spend on a support ship? Can't even hold its own in a fight. How much do you think I'm going to spend on it? Come on now. And you've already decided you're not going to bring out new researchers for it. Or you are, but you're not going to use the research credits for that specific ship. You're going to do it for another ship. Okay, cool. Screw you. Titan's trash. Oh, and I forgot. Allegedly, it was broken when it came out. Ultimate DJs and can't remember who was with him the night. I think it was either Blue Mandalorian or Jules Verne. One of the normal data collector and distributor folks that are really good at their thing. They said that they found issues like within the first few minutes. Finding issues with it not buffing the ship, your alliance mate ships correctly. Or something to that effect. Which I can live with. Because it was found quickly. And it seemed to have been addressed quickly. Which, that's okay. Like, if that happens, that's fine. You're going to make mistakes. Take the information. Go figure it out for yourself. Go fix the thing. Acknowledge that it needs to be fixed. That's fine. Of course, to a certain extent, if somebody that doesn't work for your game finds it in the first few minutes, how the hell didn't you find it? Okay. Last but not least, Event Store. I did do an Event Store video. You could probably tell how this is going to go. So I'll try to make this brief. In my opinion, there are just too many things that weren't in there and shouldn't have been in. That should have been in there. Like, say, talking about the Cerrito refit. Should have been in there. How about the red Fuchsia refit? Salvager? Something to that effect. That should have been in there. Wasn't in there. We told them it was in there. Sure. Make a list and we'll send it up. And they waited how long to tell us no? I mean, come on now. Okay, look, if you don't want to add things to the store, the event store, that's fine. But don't be playing games with us the whole damn month. They waited, what, 2.5 weeks to tell us no, they're not going to update the store? Come on now. Like, it's one thing to not update the store with new things and just do a damn copy and paste. And it's another thing to make it seem like you might do it. Then 2.5 weeks later, when we're getting close to the end of the event, so you just say no. Oh, okay. You could have told us no like 2 weeks ago. But you didn't. Too many things in there that shouldn't be in there. Like one of the reasons they say for not putting this in the event store or putting that in the event store or making updates to the event store mid-month is they want to limit the number of things in their total. Well, you saw me go over the Franklin warp garbage that's in there. How many of those things were like 17? And that was that I could see. Like, I'm sure there's a warp component for tier 12 or tier 11 that I couldn't see. Currency. I think most people figured out relatively early that it looked like we were going to get less currency this event store than in previous one. In the previous one. Which, it's not great. You would prefer to get around the same amount or more as a previous event store. It's not, I guess, the best words I can think of to say this is, I think it's disappointing. It's not catastrophic. Like, my thumbs down on the event store isn't because of lack of currency. It's the other things. So you can find something in the event store. Would we like to have 100 or 200,000 more credits? Sure. Maybe there'll be events because apparently the event store is up for like another 5 days or something stupid. However. So, yeah. The officers. Yeah, I mean, I guess officers are kind of, like this. Missions, down. Events, I think we're okay. But feature and event store, thumbs down. Whole month, thumbs down. Hey, what happened this month? You really didn't put anything out for anybody other than spenders. Because spenders, they got a Titan, they got a fleet commander, which I guess they can use. What did everybody else get? You were banking on the event store, and as far as I'm concerned, it's a lackluster event store. If you didn't have the Mantis, that was probably the best thing in there for you. Otherwise, a few tiers on some officers is nice, but it's an event store. I mean, come on now. Where's the stuff, man? Like, what's the point of having these months with these event stores? And you look at it, you're like, where's the stuff? Can we get the cool stuff in the event stores? Start a hashtag, make event stores great again. Comment below, what did you think about this month? I really thought the event store kind of brought it down, and the fact that anything that might have been good about this month was purely pay to play. Be sure to like and subscribe. I am the Angry Rhino. Shields up, Commanders.